That's right. Just in time to be after the casting of the papers for who we should be electing. Jill Sanborn, who is currently the FBI Counterterrorism Division Assistant Director, will be speaking with the House Judiciary Committee. They're basically dragging her before them in order to answer questions about whether she is pressuring agents to inflate domestic terrorism data. Well, allegedly, what they're doing is, what she's doing is pressuring agents to hit performance metrics on how many domestic terrorism cases they are filing. So they are being encouraged and incentivized to reclass existing investigations even without any evidence that it's a domestic terrorism. Doesn't that sound a little off? And don't worry, this is happening on December 2nd, which is like a whole month after we actually cast our papers, right? Yeah, suspiciously afterwards. We have tens of thousands of people being murdered in the cities. But we wouldn't want to have the FBI investigate that. But let's manufacture terrorism cases where nobody's dying and investigate those. Do you see how the FBI has stopped protecting people and now solely protects the government, you know, from ideas and people who think differently? People who have the audacity to speak out. We should raid their houses at dawn because, you know, they were protesting outside of a clinic. Peacefully protesting out in front of a clinic. Let's raid their house at dawn with 20 agents pointing guns at their kids at dawn. But when we talk about cities like Baltimore, Chicago, where we have people being gunned down in the streets, not a peep. Not a peep. You can kill all the people you want in the cities, but don't you dare say something you ought not to. If you misgender somebody, oh gosh, you better be prepared for that SWAT raid happening right around 2 a.m. But if you just want to kill people, I mean, make sure you kill the right kind of people, you know what I mean? Make sure it's in a city and make sure they have the right skin color. Then that's fine. Go ahead and do that. Just go to Baltimore, go to Los Angeles, go to wherever, you know. Make sure it's in an urban core where they won't notice another couple bodies. But don't you dare speak out against certain people. Don't talk about the guy who created Microsoft, you know. Don't talk about him because then you'll get raided. Anyone heard from Assange recently? He's in solitary confinement in the UK still. What did he do? I don't know. He never had a trial. And yet he's in solitary confinement. Because, you know, he's such a dangerous person. He's assaulted so many... No, he's never assaulted anyone. Just like the people that were in the wrong place at the wrong time, went into the wrong building in Washington, D.C., some January or something like that. Solitary confinement for them. If you think there isn't political persecution that's happening in the United States, I don't know where you are. Now, mark my words, there's a uniparty in Washington, D.C. Doesn't matter whether they're Democrats or Republicans, they all kind of work together to protect the system, you know? Not protect the people, to protect the system of money, getting rich at the expense of taxpayers. I mean, they got a pretty good thing going, don't they? A lot of these bureaucrats, they make $200,000, $300,000. They don't really have to work. They can work from home, and they can, just not do the work. Have you ever had any experience with any kind of government agencies where, they just kind of don't really do the paperwork? I have an application in order to pay taxes to the state of Pennsylvania. After I filled out the entire form, electronically, mind you, they told me that they have started processing it. Expect 10 business days to hear back whether they approve my application to pay them taxes. I'm not sure that if they reject my application, whether I don't have to pay taxes anymore or how that actually works. But what I do know is this. The people in the FBI may be good individuals, but in the system, they're an enemy of the people. There may be individuals in media that are good people, but in the system, they are working against us. There may be individuals in Washington, D.C., in the bureaucracies and the politics that are good people, but they're part of a system that is fundamentally focused in on taking rights and wealth from the American people and giving them to unelected bureaucrats and elected people who are stealing the money too. I mean, I don't think anyone ever voted for Hunter, yet he managed to cash in millions and millions of dollars off the system, didn't he? Yeah, funny how that works. It's funny, except it's not funny, is it? It's infuriating. And it's downright inciting. There's going to be a lot more people speaking out against the government in the near future. There's going to be a lot more people having problems with the corruption that is so flagrant and open that is just in your face. Yeah, they're going to have to open up a whole lot more cases against people speaking their minds. They can't call it hate speech, but, we can just reclass it as domestic terrorism. Why can't we? All right, folks, if you found this video to be useful, helpful, I'm probably not sure you're going to like it because it's infuriating, but you might want to check out another video from me right here. Otherwise, I will see you later. Steve Poplar out.